an early video today because it was an absolute nightmare of a day. Terrible. So angry with myself for my execution today. Right back to square one, pretty much. In terms of P&L, just horrific. Just really angry with myself. Started off very good. Pre-market, we had this downtrend break, first entry, and then a second entry short. So I entered here, and I entered twice. We are on Sims, so I entered with a stop order one tick below, and it rallied right to the EMA. And here I thought I'm going to try and see what's the difference emotionally if I enter with a limit order, reducing the risk. So we entered with another position, and pretty much scalped me out immediately on this limit order, and then got the scalp on the original position as well. So just because it was a 6-point risk, I can't be taking 6 points of risk. I'm not good enough as a trader. I'm not like Mac, who could risk 15 points for a 1-point scalp. I can't. So I really need to try to force myself to take limit orders to limit the risk when it's required. I say that now, after 2 trades, which just wiped out 6 days of, or pretty much 6 days of P&L progress. Market opens, range here, and then we have this uptrend working. Again, I've skipped a pretty good setup here to take 2 bad setups after. We also have this channel here, downtrend. Basically, I have a first entry here, second entry higher low on this candle. I didn't take it because at the time it hadn't touched the EMA, and I thought maybe we might get another test of this down channel, but no, we just launched up 9 points. Shortly after, I take the first mistake. I'm still expecting a new high here. We have this correction range, and I see we have a second entry here and a higher low. Now, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm blaming myself, but I was watching a stream, and on the stream they took this trade. And I'd already told myself there's resistance here. I hadn't drawn the range, but I could see that we had resistance here. This had already went 11 ticks past my standard scalp, so I shouldn't have taken the trade, but I thought, you know what, the candles are big, I'm going to go for 4 points. So I'd still be in the trade. So I get filled when it comes back, go 7 ticks, and then stops me out for a huge 5-point stop. Why am I taking a 5-point risk on a setup like this? Should not be taking this. I was fuming, as we say in Scotland, with myself, really angry. And then the second disaster happens here. Still expecting this big uptrend that I drew to get a new high. And we start ranging here. Then I see a second entry long here. It did close a little bearish, but well in the top third, which is a rule for Mac. And it had been very bearish and then had a really bullish reversal. So a lot of support along here. And I tried to go for 3 points because of ATR. And just decided not to take into consideration. But we touched within 2 points of the entry 5 times the same level and rejected. And what would you know, we went 2 points and immediately reversed, and I got stopped out for 4.25 points. And at that point, I just decided to shut down NinjaTrader because I was furious with myself. And And in the space of it, this is what annoys me, not about this negative risk reward, but more about myself, is that I'll have 6 days of quite steady progress, and then within 20 minutes take that progress and piss it up against a wall. It's infuriating, and it's just constantly like this with my trading journey. Is just 1 week, 2 weeks, steady progress, $300 here, $400 there, and then a huge $1,000 loss followed by another $1,000 loss. It's just infuriating within 20 minutes to see 6-7 days of work just pissed away because I didn't have the patience, or I'm changing the target profit. And then because of this, I eventually I go back to the drawing board in my head. I start thinking, oh well, maybe I should adjust the take profit, the target profit. Everyone shits on Mac for his 4 ticks of target, but looking at my journal, if I'd taken 4 ticks of profit in the last 15 trades, I would have had 15 winners. But then I know I'll switch back to 4 ticks and I'll immediately take a trade where I get ticked in and immediately stopped out. And then I'll start to increase to 8, 12 ticks again. But if I look at my journal right now, 4 ticks of profit is the most profitable target for me. Demo account is sitting at $300 of profit right now. If I'd went for 4 ticks, it would be like 2,500. Just so angry with myself today. Had such a good start to the day, big winner, and then followed it up with 2 stupid trades, or at least I stupidly executed. So a rule now is that if it goes beyond 2 points, even if I'm going for 3, 4 points of profit, just ignore the trade, or at least in this one, I have to stop looking at other streams. Sometimes I open streams to see how everyone else is charting it. I have to stop that and just trust my own read, because I got influenced here and took a trade that I already told myself I shouldn't take. So that's how we avoid this type of trade. And again, the 2 trades look for resistance. And here, I mean, this trade, if I just kept my original take profit of 2 points, might have got ticked out here for the scalp at least. But we would have got 4 ticks. So after every loss like this, where it goes 4 ticks safely, always tempted to go back to max standard 4 tick target, even though I know 8 ticks, even with additional losses, if I stick to the good trades, good trades work out for 8 ticks. But I'm just so angry with myself today. So angry with the executions here. So angry with just how I, for 2 years, can take 6 days, well, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of progress, and in like today, 20 minutes, take 2 really bad trades, execute very poorly, and see that progress pissed away. Thank God it's Friday tomorrow. And we'll see what to do. I've just been making quite good progress, and just to see it pissed away like that, it's just infuriating. If there's one bright spot, I didn't tilt. I took the losses, shut down, and then I opened OBS and decided to vent on a video. But yeah, I just so infuriating. Steady progress. It's steady progress for 1-2 weeks, and then 20 minutes blow it all. And this time it wasn't even free tilt. It was just taking on too much risk and bad execution. So maybe that's the positive from here, is just to take that on board. And take on board that when you are with quite a significantly negative risk reward, you have to be on point. You can't have bad days, or you can't have days where you're just executing like an idiot, like I did today. This trade here, I should have said, okay, it's already at 3 points, let's just leave it. This trade here, should have seen resistance. We can't go for 3-4 points here safely. So yeah, really bad day. Lots to think. So hopefully we can end the week quite strongly tomorrow, and get back on track, because these 2 trades were terrible. And maybe think about, do I continue with this, going for different tick targets, or should I do what Mac says and just stick to 4 ticks? Even though most people will say that's mental to do because of the risk reward. But looking at my last 15 trades, I would have had 15 winners. Or for that last 15 trades, I would have had 15 winners. So maybe he's right. Who knows? But yeah, I'll leave it there. Bad day, bad execution, bad trade selection. But at least there was no tilt, and the account, theoretically, if it was an actual live account or prop firm account, would still be alive. Some positives. So see you next time. Bye bye.